All right. Welcome to Two Woke Boys, episode 124. I am Chris.
And I'm Cole.
And together we are two Woke Boys. Welcome to the show, episode 124. We are back. Your glasses are still not fixed. And, you know.
And this country's still not fixed.
Nice, dude. That's pretty. That was good.
Thank you.
That was really just dropping a fire bar right away.
I'm setting the tone for the rest of the show.
Yeah, and the tone is that the country is broken.
Yeah.
You know, and for many reasons. Twitter is insane now. Because, you know, people think that free speech is good, and it is, unless people are saying stuff that we don't like.
Right.
And then those people should be stopped.
Yes.
And then it's free speech again.
Yeah.
As long as you don't say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Then
exactly.
if you say the wrong thing, that's got to go. We
Right.
got to get that out of there.
Yes.
I don't know why is that
How is
so
that
why
hard
is that
to
hard?
understand?
Yeah. And then when you say the wrong thing, you get a notification that said you said the wrong thing. And then we don't tell you what that thing is.
Right.
We're just like, that was bad. And then they're like, if you were the person in this band, you're like, what did I do that was bad? And then we'll be like, you should know. And if you don't know, maybe you should think about that.
Yep.
And then, then you don't get your account and then you're just gone.
Yeah.
That was when it was good.
Right.
But now people are just saying stuff on there, and that is crazy.
Yeah. And Elon Musk, who we hate, is the owner. And
we don't hate him because we invested in Dogecoin heavily, and it is eating shit right now.
That's
not why.
No, that has nothing to do with.
I am fucking furious with Elon. That's not why.
No.
We did not buy at the absolute top of the Dogecoin.
Right, just to see it plummet by about 87%.
Yeah, that's not what we did.
No.
We are crypto bros, but we are not.
Only if you're into that. If you're a girl who's into, for example, I met a girl last week who was like, we were talking, and I was like making jokes about like, oh, crypto or whatever, and she's like, I actually run a crypto company. Okay. And I was like, oh yeah, that's what other guys say about crypto, but I love crypto.
So you did a full 180?
Full 180.
Nice, dude. Yeah, that's always good when you can pull off a 180 like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough because obviously, we don't have principles, right?
No,
we don't have morals, we don't have principles.
We're
like chameleons.
Yeah,
we just kind of adapt to our surroundings.
We're very adaptable.
And adapt to the woman that we're talking to at that time.
This shirt could very easily be a different word on here.
Yes.
Different slogan.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So have you ever had like a woman ask you like, what do you think of Louis C.K.?
See, that's tough.
Do you think Louis C.K. is funny? And I always say.
That's a tough question.
Right. And I always say, well, I think his off the stage behavior is abhorrent.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, but do you think he's funny? Like I said, his off-the-stage behavior is abhorrent. Yeah, but what about his on-stage? Do you find his jokes funny? For the third time, jacking off in front of women is not
bad.
good.
Yeah. Well, without their consent.
Right.
Jacking off in front of women with their consent is cool, which he did do, but they regretted it later, so that was bad.
Yeah. But there were power dynamics at play, right?
If you are a woman who's like a lower level comic and then a higher level comic who you're really attracted to because he's a really higher level comic than you, and you're like, oh my God, I would love to fuck that guy that's more powerful and rich than me. And if he picks you, that's a problem. Like later, when you are of equal power because you fucked him, Sure. It's like being bit by a vampire.
Right.
Like now you're one of them.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So now you're famous. Now you get to go, remember when you made me famous? That was bad.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, so if you don't get that, then
you're just a fucking idiot.
Fucking asshole.
But yeah, so with the Louis thing, do you think he's funny? I'm like, I think his actions off the stage were terrible. And she goes, well, I actually think he's the GOAT. I think he's my favorite comedian. I'll be like, oh my God, same.
Yeah, he's so.
I love him
he's
too.
So good.
He's so funny.
I don't even get why people are mad at him.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you say that.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, it seems like you were just kind of like saying nothing until you knew my stance, and then you just like flipped to and yes,
that's exactly what we're doing.
We let you have the first opinion because you're a girl boss and it's your turn to set the tone for what people believe.
Sure.
And we
it's
will
time
follow
to listen
along
to a woman.
and we will follow along behind you. We'll be behind you and just kind of like
we are right there just behind you, just
come up and just right behind you, just right on your
we'll be
tail
kind of
end.
like watching you from behind. We'll be like, yeah, that's pretty good.
Right.
Pretty good opinions from back here.
Right.
And then we'll try and get closer and then, cop a feel of your opinions.
Right. With your consent.
With your consent. Yeah, of course. And then we will say we are 100% behind you.
Yeah, because we are behind you.
Yeah, and we would like to get behind you.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, that's what we do. We are very opinionated, but whatever your opinion is, that's what our opinion is.
Yes.
So, that's how it works.
Yeah.
So, and that's what this pod's all about. It's about agreeing with women till they think you're cool.
Yes. It's just about agreeing with women enough for them to have sex with you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what this podcast is all about.
That's all this podcast is about. That we've 124 episodes of that.
Right.
Yeah.
So glad we made that clear. But, and I know I said this country was broken because it is, but there was some rare good news this past week. Britney Griner is back home.
That's awesome. Yeah, we love that. And
she has been traded.
She's my favorite athlete.
Same.
The second I found out that she played basketball, that's when I was like, that's my favorite athlete.
Right. Because she's BIPOC.
Yeah.
She's a woman.
Hates America.
Yep. Gay.
Gay, tight. I mean, she's a female basketball player.
Yeah,
so.
well, not all of them are lesbian, but
Are you sure about that?
yeah.
Do you know any that are straight?
Yeah, some have husbands. Yeah.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you name one?
No, but
okay.
I know some.
We can't name any of them anyway.
Yeah.
But that's not because we don't
know about the
shit
league.
About,
yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, my favorite athlete is Britney Griner.
Britney Griner.
Favorite athlete, not favorite female athlete.
Right. Let's make that clear.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, who's your favorite female comedian? No, my favorite comedian,
Yeah.
period. End of sentence.
Our
my
list
favorite
of dudes, and then 400 down the line is going to be my favorite female comedian.
Hannah Gadsby.
Nice.
Best comedian.
So
Not
good.
my favorite female comedian.
Just
my favorite comedian.
You know what? She's my favorite person.
Wow. My favorite basketball player, Lisa Leslie.
Nice.
Remember her?
No.
She played for. I just remember
that
like
does sound familiar.
When I was growing up, she was always on like in the Sports Illustrated for kids that I would get.
Nice.
Because I have to admit something.
You were a sports kid?
I have to admit something. Just I have to come clean about something.
Okay. This is
back when I was growing up in Minnesota, in my dumb Midwestern hometown.
How dare you?
I played sports.
How dare you?
I regret
you played
every
sports.
second of it.
Were there women on your sports teams?
No. I played boys sports.
That's crazy.
And I had a subscription to Sports Illustrated for kids.
This is
how dare you?
This is tough.
This
is tough for me to.
I can't believe that we're doing this podcast.
I know.
I also, I'm gonna have to come clean as well.
Yeah.
I still get Sports Illustrated for kids.
Why not just the regular Sports Illustrated? Is it
reading,
because the reading level is more in line
yeah,
with
yeah.
children's?
Yes,
okay.
Yeah.
And you like the visual
the pictures.
Pictures more than the
there's puzzles,
written
and stuff,
essays.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's fun like word searches,
right?
And stuff
and like rip out posters that you can put on the wall.
Of course, yeah. And I need posters.
You know,
we're constantly needing.
We can
posters.
always use more posters.
You can't get enough posters,
right?
Like if I go to Spencer Gifts, they're like we're out of Slipknot posters.
Right, you got them all. Yeah.
There's no Fall Out Boy posters. There's no Slipknot.
Yeah.
No Limp Bizkit.
No
nothing.
no MCR.
Yeah,
They're gone.
And you took all of the blacklight posters, so we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's great. I know you do just get Sports Illustrated adult version one time a year for a certain edition of the magazine.
The swimsuit issue, but I actually protested that because it's sexist, not because they put fat, hideous
or not because they
women
put
on it now.
a plus size.
Yeah, that's
model on
not
the cover.
why I protested. I protested because the idea of objectifying women like that by putting them in a bikini is gross. Now, when they put a fat woman in a bikini and say that that's awesome, that does rule. But I'm also I already said that I'm gonna quit getting the Sports Illustrated. The one before that, when they had like a really hot model.
Right.
That's when I was like, after I get this one with the hot model, I quit.
Yeah.
And then they were like, what do you think about a fat lady on the cover? And I was like, I already said my piece.
Right.
I'm out. I'm just going to keep the one with the hot lady. And if there's any extra ones laying around, give me those too. But just to get them off the streets.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not like Jordan Peterson when he came out and had a meltdown about the plus size.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
not attractive,
not hot,
and no amount of authoritarian. What did he say? Like no amount of authoritarian tolerance will change that.
Yeah. He did the most eloquent no fat chicks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That was
a strange hill to die on for a clinical psychologist, but
yeah, that was pretty
get
tight.
this fat bitch off my Sports Illustrated.
Fuck
She's
fatties.
not hot.
Fatties are gross.
Yeah. That was a little weird.
While he's wearing like a 4-piece suit,
right. Yeah.
with his legs crossed on a fucking beautiful studio.
Yeah, a little weird. But we've always hated Jordan Peterson. He is problematic.
Telling dudes to make their beds and shit.
Right. And telling young men to take accountability and like try to improve their lives.
Eat meat or whatever.
Oh yeah, the all meat diet.
Yeah, he did all meat.
And then he almost died. He like went in a coma.
Yeah. Was that from eating meat?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, why did that happen?
But he did go into a coma.
Yeah, those dudes.
I think he had an addiction to like pain medication too.
Oh, okay. Nice. Yeah. That's weird. And then the Liver King guy just going full on steroids.
Right.
Which, I mean, we talked about that, but like, did no one think he was, I didn't know that was like a controversy.
Right.
He's not.
I still am in shock that
he looks like
50-year-old
a
man
person
who looks like prime Arnold Schwarzenegger is not natural.
Yeah, and he had like hot dog skin and
right.
I mean, yeah, it was. Did you see he was on I think he was on Andrew Schultz's podcast.
Yes, I did not watch.
He was like crying and shit about being a liar.
Right.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hate the Liver King. We are all natural boys.
Yep.
And
we are like the perfect amount of jacked. It's not like him where
we're not a threatening level of jacked.
No.
Unless you want to fucking see what we can deal with here.
Yeah.
You know?
And if any exes of ours come forward and say that we have explicitly or implicitly threatened them before, they're lying bitches who can't be trusted.
Yeah.
So we're not threatening, we're not scary, but we do have the type of like strength levels to protect you.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And to like fuck up any guy who tries to hit on you.
Whatever level of strength we don't have, we combine it with our rage.
Yes.
Our rage actually carries our
and then
strength.
It levels us up.
Yeah.
Like we're like Mario eating a mushroom and then and
nice.
it just grows.
Yeah. What was that sound again? It's pretty good. Yeah.
And then you will be the Princess Peach in the
And
tower.
you better
at the
not
end.
be fucking Bowser, you stupid whore.
Yeah.
That turtle dinosaur piece of shit. Why are you always at his place?
And then we'll come up to the tower and then and then we'll jump on top of your turtle shell, and then you'll just fall to the ground, fall to your death.
Yeah, but we'll be under there. We'll be under the ground to save you, and then when we're underground, it'll be like do 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 do.
Right. Yeah. We are gamers, or are we not?
Yeah, we are gamers.
We're gamers.
Gamers are dumb, but we're also gamers.
We're old school
whatever
gamers.
You are.
Yeah.
Whatever you fucking are into.
We're old school gamers.
Yeah.
Because we're hipsters.
Yeah, and
so
women can't handle the complexities of modern gaming, so they play like Mario.
Oh, Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Hey, bro, watch your 6.
Yo, let me take my 4 guns out and
party up.
Are you in the gulag?
Oh, let me get my drop.
Are you in the gulag? Yeah, where are you dropping,
did you get
bro?
your loadout, bro?
Yeah, where are you dropping?
Did you max out your loadout?
Yeah. Get your load.
Yeah.
No homo, though.
Yeah.
Did you bust a load everywhere?
Yeah.
Gay much?
Yeah. Fucking gamers, dude.
God, we are old school gamers. Mario, Tetris. A third thing, we are old school gamers.
Yeah.
Because that's
Sims.
Yeah.
What's the other one that girls play? Animal Crossing.
Right.
They like that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Women like those games that are like, I guess you play that.
Right.
That's the kind of game that women like, where it's like you just like build shit and like nest.
Yes.
Because it like, women love nesting. So it's like I don't even know what you do in Animal Crossing. I guess you like get outfits for your animals.
Is that like Farmville? Remember Farmville on Facebook?
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I invested in Zynga. What's
that?
It was a company.
Oh, okay.
That made Farmville, and I was like, they're gonna kill it.
And now they're gone.
They're dead.
Oh,
it's
okay.
over. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they got bought by Take-Two. So I'm just sitting on that stock.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Britney Griner is back home. Our favorite basketball player. The U.S. traded her for Victor Boot, otherwise known as the Merchant of Death.
Yeah.
And we think it is a very, very lopsided trade for Russia. They got the worst end of the deal. They got this guy like sells guns or whatever. Big deal. We got back the best athlete. So who's the real winner?
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah.
And I know I used that term loosely, us, saying like I'm not American. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I live here. I was born here. I've never left the country, but I hate this country. So I
like
renounce.
Britney Griner.
Right. So
and the other guy. That guy also hates this country as well.
Yeah.
Just not as much as Britney Griner.
Right.
Apparently.
Right.
Britney Griner hates this country more than the terrorist guy.
Yes.
Or the Merchant of Death.
Yeah. So we got Biden fleeced Russia in that deal.
Yeah.
And some people are mad that like the U.S. didn't bring home this Marine that's being held captive over there,
it's
right?
like what WNBA team does he play on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Not important.
Right.
Yeah. There's
You
other
leave him
Marines.
there. He can rot there.
You know how
in
many
prison.
Marines there are?
A lot.
There's like a bunch.
Yeah.
You know how many women's basketball players there are?
7.
Yeah. That's how many are on a team?
About. Yeah.
Okay.
There's like how many?
Or is that how many people attend
There's like,
a game usually?
Well, both.
Okay,
But it's usually a 1-to-1 ratio of players to fans.
They got to bring a couple people.
Yeah, it's like a bringer show.
Yeah, it's a bringer show.
Right. No, I've been to many WNBA games. I've been to some Sparks games.
Nice.
I've been to some Lynx games.
Wow.
And I was actually, this is a true story.
You just mentioned 2 teams, right?
Yeah.
So was that the one game you went to? Those were the 2 teams playing? And
I did go to a team. I did go to a game with those 2 teams playing, but I have been to the home courts of each of those teams.
Oh, and those were 4. So you saw 4 teams potentially.
3 teams, because I saw some.
They only play those. It was
because I went to a Minnesota Lynx game in Minnesota.
Okay.
They were playing another team that I don't remember, Then I went
you went there, you were like, I'm going to go to a WNBA game. You weren't like, hey, let's just go to the stadium and see what's going on.
Well, no, it wasn't because I was in college and thought it would be a funny thing if my friend and I each got drunk, went to a WNBA game, and then like painted our chests, took our shirts off, and got ejected from the game for being shirtless. That's not what it was.
Yeah.
And if anyone comes forward with any pictures of that shows exactly that happening, wasn't me.
Is that not appropriate behavior at a basketball game, or is it changed because it's a women's basketball game?
I don't know. But some, like, at first they were loving it there when we like took off our shirts. So we had like, I had MA and my friend had YA on his chest for Maya Moore, who is the star of the Lynx, who straight, by the way. She has a husband. Yeah. And we tried to stop that by like, I wanted to be her husband, but we got kicked out before I could.
By the husband, who was also one of the only other dudes in the stands.
Yeah. But no, so we took off our shirts, and like during free throws, when the crowd got quiet, we would
quieter.
Yeah. We would stand up and yell, Maya. And then everyone like heard us because there are not that many people there. And everyone was like laughing and loving it. And then this guy who worked for the Lynx came over and gave us bobbleheads he's like, hey guys, love the passion. I want to give you each a Maya Moore bobblehead and a voucher to use for a future ticket to a Lynx game.
Nice.
And it's like, wow, this is going great. And then like 5 minutes later, this like lesbian lady behind us was like, hey, this is a family environment. Put your shirts back on.
Wait, the lesbian was like trying to kick you out for having your shirts off?
And then she complained to guest services, and then security came and escorted us out of the stadium. And I was like, we were just commended by your own staff for what we're doing. Wild. She's like, and the security was like, no, there's been a complaint and you need to go. So I was kicked out of a WNBA game.
So who was the lesbian lady?
Just some lady sitting behind us who was offended that we had our shirts off.
Because you're a man.
Yeah. And we
If you were a lady with your tits out, that would have been cool.
Right. But she was probably mad.
Maybe this is what it is. Since she's such a feminist, you know how like women are like, why can't I have my tits out? You ever see that? The feminists that do that? They're like, so a man can just run with his shirt off, but I can't whip my tits out everywhere.
Right.
There's women that are in this line of thinking. And maybe she was saying, oh, like if you're a woman and you had your tits out at the game, you would get kicked out. So let's get this guy kicked out for equality.
Yes.
That's what she did.
Yeah. And we agree with her.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
That was my WNBA story. But yeah, we're glad Britney's back home. I mean, she doesn't need to hit us up in our DMs,
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Plus, she's a lesbo anyway, so it's fine.
She's taller than you.
Yeah, she's 6'8".
6'9".
Yeah, that's a little tall for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah. So and we say we don't want her to hit us up because she is a happily married woman. So
wait, she's a lesbian though, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay.
Yeah. So
is her wife a WNBA player?
I'm not sure who her wife is, but I know she has one.
Okay.
And we support that because we are such allies.
We love gay shit.
Yeah, we love lesbian couples. Maybe not that one as much. Like
that one's cool.
I know we've talked about inviting lesbian couples over and like bisexual couples over to like hang out and have dialogues.
Yeah.
Not so much with Britney Griner and whoever her wife is. They can, because they need their space right now.
Yeah,
we're going to give them their space.
Yeah.
To process what just happened, right?
Yeah.
So we would like to reach out to other lesbian and bisexual couples instead
that are under 5'7".
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
maybe a little taller.
Or let's say 5'9". Britney Griner 6'9". Let's say you got to be under 5'9". How about that?
That's fair. Yeah.
We will take a foot off Britney Griner.
Yeah. That's fair.
So hit us up in our DMs and let's have a dialogue about Britney Griner. Let's celebrate that she's back home, and we'll just have a good time and celebrate and pop bottles and
Yeah.
get drunk, and then
Talk about how much America sucks and bring your weed over because you bring it everywhere,
right.
right? You bring it to Russia.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Bring it over here.
Right.
And we are going to confiscate it, much like the Russian government.
Right.
And we might not let you leave.
Well,
You know, you might have to stay here for a couple of nights.
yeah.
You know, and then we might try to trade you.
We might try to trade you
for someone else.
For someone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
For
Like,
a hotter girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like the merchant of head. You know?
Nice.
Yeah. That's who we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're
If you are the merchant of head out there, hit us up.
yeah. Yeah. But to be clear, we're not going to be holding any women in our own penal colony
Yeah. Yeah.
against their will and then just taking them hostage.
Yeah, our penal colony is
a different
consensual.
Right.
It's a consensual penile colony.
Penile colony.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the right word, right?
Right.
Yeah, sure.
Penile, not penal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all the same. Well, it's just an accent.
Right.
I have a different accent, so I say penile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also is a different word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's, you know how like you say like flag?
Right.
Yeah.
Bag. Yeah.
Bag?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bag and flag and yeah.
You say flag pretty good.
Flag.
Yeah.
Flag. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I think I'm growing out of my dumb Midwestern accent.
It's not
from
Midwestern,
my dumb
by the way.
Midwestern
It's also,
family.
It's also not Midwestern. It's
What
like
is it?
Minnesota
Yeah, just specifically Minnesota, yeah.
It's a very Minnesota
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Although I don't hate Minnesota that much because we vote blue usually. We have the longest streak in the nation of voting blue for president. Do you know that?
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. So we're not. So I know the rest of that area is flyover country, but we are not.
Yeah.
We are somewhere where you can land and
And
then fly over
then
the
fly,
rest.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
can land and then have
You're
a dialogue
you're
with me.
a layover state, not a flyover state.
Yes.
There
And you
go.
can lay over at my place for, maybe an hour.
Yeah, because you got to catch that next flight, so
Right.
you got to go.
Yeah, you got to go.
can't- yeah.
She's like, my next flight is in 3
It's
days. It's like,
well,
you got to make
that's-
sure holiday traffic, you got to make sure you're at the airport
Yeah,
in
you
time.
got to be at the airport 3 days in advance
Yeah.
because security is tough.
Yeah.
Especially with that whole, you're going to be carrying a bunch of weed on there, whether you know it or not. I put a bunch in your bags,
Right.
so I don't have to talk to you again.
Right.
you know?
Right.
So you're going to get, and then I'm going to call the airport. I'm like, I think there's terrorist lady.
Tip off.
Yeah, I think there's this terrorist lady that's trying to smuggle drugs.
Right.
She might have like bullets in her bag too. Just check in the front left pocket of her bag.
Yeah.
And she's gonna look really surprised, but that's because she's a good actor.
Right.
It's not because they were planted in there.
Right.
And if they have someone else's fingerprints on it, like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
She made me do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Britney's free and all that. That's great.
Right.
Free Britney, multiple free Britneys.
Yep. Yeah.
Britney Spears did something else.
Yeah, she
ridiculous.
did,
Oh yeah,
right?
she like cried at a Jack in the Box drive-through, and she got mad at a worker for trying to console her, I guess. So let me see if I can pull up that article here. Where is it? Britney Spears.
We are so glad that both Britneys are free. And while you pull up that article, I just want to reach out to all the other Britneys out there. If your name is Britney and you are hot and a girl boss and you want to celebrate how we're just going around freeing Britneys, we will free you from your boyfriend or husband or whatever is getting you down right now.
Mm-hmm.
We will free you
Yeah.
in our DMs. So hit us up.
So here it says, Britney Spears cried at a Jack in the Box drive-through and is furious a worker told her it's gonna be okay. Okay. So it says, Britney Spears says she went to a Jack in the Box for the first time in her life this weekend, but unfortunately the experience was not as positive as she was hoping. She left offended and quite angry at an employee at the drive-thru window who noticed she had been crying and told her it was going to be okay. The beloved pop star took to Instagram, which she recently reactivated, to tell the story about what happened. She was driving around crying some in her car, and she realized she hadn't eaten all day. She noticed a Jack in the Box sign with pictures of food and decided to stop. She probably didn't even know that you can... What is that with celebrities? It's like they're like out and they're like, what is happening? I'm outside. They're like, there's food at what's a restaurant?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they don't.
Yeah. What's a drive-through restaurant?
Like how is this the first time you're going to the drive-through?
Right.
I mean, I've never been to a Jack in the Box until I moved out here, but I don't understand anyway. Let's see. She ordered a double cheeseburger and a shake and was left very angry after the big man at the fucking window offered her pity and told her it was going to be okay while he gave her the order. Yeah. Here's a portion of the story from her social media. This is a quote from Britney Spears. Normally, I forget to eat, which is typically called an eating disorder, I guess. Normally, I forget to eat. I wait way too long, and I'm sensitive, and I'm too sensitive. So if anything goes wrong at the house, it's like the world has ended. So I got in my car yesterday, and I cried. I cried so damn hard. I saw Jack in the Box. I've never ate there a day in my fucking life. I was like, holy shit. And when I saw the big sign of pictures of food, normally hate looking at food, but it's timing. Holy hog heavens. I got a cookies and cream milkshake with a double cheeseburger. Well, I had been crying in the car. Nobody could tell, only me. My face looked normal. I was fine. But then there he was, big man at the fucking window. He gave me pity. It's gonna be okay. What the fuck did he just say? He doesn't know me. And I sure as hell don't know his ass. So why did he say that? It's all gonna be okay. I was so offended. Fuck you, stupid man at the Jack in the Box. You don't know me. You're not my blood, so go fuck yourself.
This is real?
Yeah. That's what Britney Spears said.
Wow.
Yeah.
We could not agree more. I mean, that's the same.
Very rational.
Yeah, that's the same kind of point of view we have towards service workers and like minimum wage hourly workers.
Yeah.
It's like you try to say like, oh, you're gonna be okay. Like, hey, how's your day going? Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't know me. You don't fucking know me, bitch. You work at Jack in the Box, motherfucker, for minimum wage.
Yeah.
You are dirt.
Yeah.
You are poor dirt. And we have a podcast. We are better than you. And you're just a blue collar worker. And we are coastal elite that have a podcast.
We are white collar boys.
Yeah, so fuck you. So that's
how we react, especially if they ask us like a really just unnecessary question, like, do you want extra nuggets or shit like that?
Yeah, do you want a drink with that?
It's like,
oh, you think you know my life?
Oh, you think I want a Coke? That's what you think I want? I mean, I do want Coke, but not that. Not what you're talking about.
I want a water cup, and then I'm going to fill it up with Coke.
Yeah, exactly.
To stick it to the man.
Yeah, because capitalism
is bad.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you got to do.
So I'm going to steal fountain Coke from you.
Yeah, that's good.
To do my part. So we love that, and we love having that same point of view, like I said, towards like blue collar service workers, just like our queen, Demi Lovato, did to that like mom and pop ice cream shop. She tore him apart on social media because they had fat-free ice cream, and that was triggering to her. And we love celebrities just lashing out against poor people.
Yeah, like, and then like when a
what
poor
we're all about.
Like, do you think that person knew that was Britney Spears or no? I would say my guess would be no. My guess would be they would just be like, it was some weird crying lady in the car.
Yeah. This is on Instagram?
Yeah. On Britney Spears' Instagram.
Wow.
She's great at social media, you know?
Yeah.
You don't see a lot of women that post the same picture 3 times in a row and like that does well, you know?
Right.
but it's like, she's got the algorithm figured out. It's like, this post worked yesterday. I'll do it again today.
Right.
Same caption, same everything.
Did she delete her Instagram?
Probably.
I can't find her Instagram.
If that was on there, this whole thing that we just read, I'm not surprised.
Oh no, it is.
Okay. Maybe she blocked you.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I am looking at from my burner account now.
She may have blocked us.
I did hit her up in her DMs.
Yeah.
Very extensively.
Yeah.
So.
And we still propose Britney Spears being in the what's that thing that she was in where she was like locked away in her house? What'd they call that?
A conservatorship.
Yeah. We support a conservatorship of Britney Spears, but like we'll take care of her.
Right.
And we will give her Jack in the Box sometimes.
If she's well behaved.
Yeah, and it's also nice to know that she's, she even says she doesn't eat that much, so that's also good.
Right.
Because like she's like a cat. We're gonna like put out a food bowl for her like once a day, and then that'll be it.
Right.
And then if she wants to, and if she cries, we're not gonna ask her if it's okay. But that's because we don't want to upset her. It's not because we're like, stay in your fucking cage, bitch.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
We dumped Jack in the Box in your food bowl.
Right.
It's on the floor in your room.
There's
that has
curly fries in there. Now eat up or you're gonna starve.
We threw the bag in there like a grenade and locked the door.
Right.
Told her, fucking give me the door,
Yeah.
bitch. And we shut the door. I think pushed her face away from the door and throw the Jack in the Box bag in there.
Right.
There's fries in the bag.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Now make a dance video and tag us in it.
Yeah.
On your social media. So
see, that would be healthy for her.
that sounds very healthy.
Yeah.
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 We get lettuce on her burgers.
Right.
Which is a vegetable that she would eat.
Yeah. We give her some ketchup packets. That's tomatoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a vegetable.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, this sounds good.
Yeah.
And my apartment has a leak in that wall there, so she's gonna get water.
She's gonna get water.
Water's coming in all the time.
Right.
So sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
hit us up, Brittany.
Hit us up, Britt. I don't know.
Yeah.
Respond to our fucking messages.
Right. I'm sick of looking at your account from my burner. I would love to look at you from my main.
Yeah. I would love to look at you through the little peephole that I've installed on the room in my house into the room that locks from the other side.
Yeah. But she knows about that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah.
So yeah, free Britney and stuff. We're glad she is free. In world news, our favorite sport, soccer, the World Cup, or excuse me, football is happening. It's down to the semifinals now. And 2 journalists have mysteriously dropped dead, including one, Grant Wall, who is an American journalist who made some headlines a few days ago for he tried to get into the stadium wearing like a rainbow flag shirt in support of like gay rights.
Mm.
And he was apprehended by the police for a half an hour.
This was where was this?
Qatar.
Qatar, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he just dropped dead out of nowhere. And so.
That really goes to show you how bad COVID is.
Oh, that's the conclusion?
Sure.
Okay.
That's probably, well, I mean, also, like, we don't want to, it's their culture over there, so.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, so a lot of people are being like, okay, this needs to be investigated. This guy, only 48 years old, no health problems, dropped dead suddenly after protesting a country's very restrictive practices towards gays and very homophobic
was he
practices.
Was he protesting or was he just like
he's making like a
political statement?
Yes,
wearing a shirt?
yes,
yeah,
and then dropped dead a week or two later.
Yeah,
and so a lot of people are like, oh, what's going on here? This is like a little too coincidental, and we just want to say nothing to see here.
Mm-hmm.
He died. It was a tragedy. No need to do an autopsy
don't
or
have to,
really look into
don't
it.
Look into
don't
it.
look into it. It's their culture, okay?
Yeah.
It's look, we support the LGBTQ community when it's politically convenient for us. So if there are Christians in America that
obviously
are discriminating,
that country's fine with gay stuff because they're having the biggest soccer tournament in the world.
That's a good point.
So, you know.
Right. So they can't be that anti-gay.
Yeah, exactly.
But we will firmly stand for the LGBTQ community when American right-wing white Christians are against them here and trying to limit their freedoms here. Fuck you. You're homophobic. You Republican fuck. Bitch, fuck you. You know? For trying to infringe on gay people's rights. But if the same thing's happening over there because of Islam instead of Christianity, don't really need to say anything about it because that's their culture and we don't want to be Islamophobic and just kind of
pretty simple.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
One religion's good, the other religion's bad.
Right.
Right? That's how people like us think.
Yeah.
You know? But we respect everybody and their different opinions except for anybody that disagrees with us.
Yeah.
So
except if you're in a Middle Eastern Islamic theocracy.
Sure.
Then
but we agree with you because you're different and we like different people.
Right.
Or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So nothing to see here.
Yep.
He got sick and died. It's nothing.
And
don't
that
look
other
into
guy
it.
got sick and died.
Yeah,
So
the other
it's
guy was
contagious, whatever's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The other guy is from Qatar. So clearly it shows that nothing happened. And yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, COVID. It's probably just COVID.
Yeah, it's probably that.
Yeah.
Or
which is
change.
Yeah, or climate change. Right.
Yeah. Got
Which is why one singular person would drop dead out of nowhere because of climate change.
Well, and then population is rising, so maybe there was too many people there. So you know, maybe but like by one.
Yeah.
There was like one too many people there, so one guy died.
Okay.
To even out the number, I guess.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So,
but it could be COVID, which is a reminder we're still in a global pandemic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
In case you forgot, I hear a lot of people being like, "Oh, back in the pandemic, we're still in the pandemic, bitch. We're still in it."
Yeah. And if
so, put your mask back on.
Yeah. Put your mask on. Get
another booster.
Boost it up. All that.
Yeah.
Do the whole thing. Yeah, we love that.
Yeah. And look, if you want to, there's this like hustle and grind culture, right? It's like, I need to use this pandemic to become a legendary author or filmmaker or musician. It's like, you don't need to feel the pressure in a global pandemic.
No, you don't need, just
maybe
be a
it's
loser.
time
That's cool.
for you to just chill.
Just chill.
I'm glad the pandemic happened.
Nice. Yeah.
I needed the pandemic. I needed to just kind of reset, you know?
Go on unemployment for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
I needed just, like, I'm grateful for the pandemic.
Yeah. Yeah, we needed to get free
Don't you love when people
money.
say that? Like, I'm glad the pandemic happened.
Yeah. They're usually people that were like barely doing anything anyway.
Right.
And, like,
I just needed a break. I just couldn't even.
Yeah.
I just had 2.5 years where I couldn't even.
Yeah.
So.
And then, and you are enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You are enough, and, you know, use the pandemic as your
personality.
Yeah.
Also, mental health is important.
Yeah. Mental health is so important.
Yeah.
You know, it's really important that your mental health is
Do you go to therapy?
Yeah.
If not, you should.
Yeah.
If not, fuck you.
Yeah.
On my dating profiles, I was like, if you don't go to therapy, don't talk to me.
Yeah.
I say that.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't show me memes. Show me your receipts to your therapist.
Yeah. I don't want nudes. Don't send me nudes. Send me an invoice to your therapy so I know you're working on yourself.
Nice. You can also send me nudes.
Yeah.
Send me nudes, like, so I know you're working on your physical self, and then send me nudes of you at the therapist so I know you're mentally working on yourself, but also are nude.
Okay. So just all nudes.
Yeah. Like one's on a couch and then
one's in the gym.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Nice.
We support that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So,
So mental health is so important, and we're glad we said that. Yeah, we talked about the Twitter stuff. Elon Musk, like there's these like Twitter files coming out about supposed like...
Yeah, at the time of this recording, there's been 5 episodes of the Twitter files, which Elon Musk has released on Twitter through several independent journalists, Matt Taibbi, Barry Weiss, and what's the other one? Michael Schellenberger. So they've all released these little articles about stuff that's happened on over the last couple of years. So let me see. I'll pull up this Wikipedia here. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, the first installment was about content moderation with the Hunter Biden laptop. The second one was about shadow banning. Then I think the third and fourth one were about the January 7th stuff and removing Trump from Twitter. And then I'm not sure what the fifth one is on. Do you remember what the fifth one was on?
No.
Okay.
Because I didn't read it. Because it's nothing to see here.
Yeah.
Just like the soccer journalist dying suddenly.
Yeah.
Nothing
That's
to see.
right. We do hate Twitter now. It's really bad. People being able to freely speak on there is dangerous.
Unless you're criticizing Elon Musk, then you'll probably get blocked. You'll probably get banned.
So I'm going to go on my Twitter here, and I'm going to just show you, this is what my For You page on Twitter is now.
Okay.
Now that Twitter's bad. Okay. Dave Chappelle. Okay. Part 5. That's in relation to the Twitter files. Part 5. Lying POS. I don't know who they're talking about. Marxism. Gates. Musk is a national security threat.
Agreed.
Yeah. And then what's this? Target and CVS. And I guess there's like crimes going on there. Whatever. Yeah. That's pretty much it, I guess. So,
Gotcha. Well, we saw, speaking of Elon Musk, he was brought up on stage by Dave Chappelle at a show in, where was it? The Bay Area somewhere. And he was booed for 10 minutes straight, which
and if you look at the video, it was definitely boos, and it wasn't like a mixed response of like applause with some boos.
It was all boos. And we love that because we hate Elon Musk because he's only the product of white supremacy and being a white. He's only where he is because he's white. I could have founded PayPal and Tesla and SpaceX and Neuralink and all these bullshit companies.
Yeah.
He's only there because his dad was an emerald miner.
Yeah.
And he's white.
More that second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, than anything.
Right. So he's not the genius that his
we're
fans
smarter
say
than he is.
We are so much smarter
Where's his
than Elon
podcast?
Musk. Where's his pod? Exactly.
Does he have a podcast? I don't think so.
He just went on Joe Rogan's podcast once and smoked weed.
Yeah.
Ooh, big deal.
Yeah.
We've had 124
Yeah,
podcast
we're on meth
episodes.
on this podcast.
Yeah.
So, and we're on TRT or whatever.
Yeah, and C4 pre-workout.
Yeah.
Has he ever done a podcast while high off his ass on C4 on a lethal amount of... Yeah, we did 8 scoops of C4.
Yeah.
When the recommended is 1 to 2.
Yeah, we did 8 scoops in a drink, then we snorted 2 more lines of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has he ever done that? Don't think so.
We're so fucking jacked.
God, I'm just buzzing so hard right now.
Dude. We're like the Liver King, except we're perfectly honest about how much
chemicals we take.
How much bullshit we're putting in our body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so funny, that guy being sad. He's
Right.
like, he's like, oh, fucking, I'm sorry, I lied. And
Yeah.
He's like, fucking, just huge.
Just about to explode. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I did hear he was on a regimen of steroids that was like $14,000 a month.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like buying $14,000 a month in steroids.
Right.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot of
consuming
steroids.
that many. Like just anything that costs $14,000 a month is crazy. I mean, that's like almost what I'm paying in OnlyFans subscription.
Same here.
It's like, that's where all of our money is going.
Right. I spend about $15K a month on OnlyFans. Yeah. So
it's like subscribing to literally every OnlyFans.
But at least I have like 20 girlfriends because of that.
Yeah.
I have all these online.
So you get the girlfriend experience.
Yeah. I have all these online girlfriends
to the women
and not a guy in a call center in India.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Not that.
Yeah.
I have like 20, 25 girlfriends.
Do you ever ask to call them and they're like,
not right now.
Yeah, not right now. I'm busy. And then
Right.
you call them and like some dude is like, oh, hold on. How may I help you?
Right.
And you're like, Susan,
Right.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
So there were these murders in Idaho. We've talked about this, right? These 4 murders at Idaho College, or I think that's what it's called. And they have no suspect yet. And the father of one of the slain victims says that his daughter had big open wounds. Like it wasn't just stabbing. It was like a mutilation, like torture.
Wow.
And he calls the police cowards for not getting to the bottom of it.
Where was this?
Idaho. At college. There were 4 people murdered, and they don't
at the one college.
Yeah.
Wow. What do you know? What college it is?
Maybe it's University of Idaho.
Wow. That's
so
wild, man.
Yeah. So again, crime is up in this country, which again, it's okay. Like crime happens because capitalism is bad. Yes, exactly. Crime happens because of capitalism
People
and white supremacy.
Steal stuff because the price of stuff is too high and capitalism is bad, and
people murder because of
price
capitalism
is too high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to address the root causes of crime, and then maybe we can do something about it.
Yeah.
Not by like hiring more police.
Also defund the police.
Yes.
Abolish. See, those people are killed because communities are over policed.
Right. We need to abolish the police.
Yeah. And if that doesn't make sense to you, then you're an idiot.
If that sounds completely contradictory to what we just said, you're a fucking idiot. The police are the cause of all crime.
Yeah.
So
that's a good take when you see that online. When someone says something like that.
Right.
Yeah. We always love that.
And having that type of rhetoric, like defund, abolish the police and things like that, it's definitely not why Democrats had such a, why they've been struggling to win over independents. It's not because of that.
No, it's not that at all.
It's because they just don't get it.
No.
People are like, oh, defund the police. That with rising crime, that sounds like a bad idea. It's like, no, you don't get what we mean. Like you don't. It's like you don't get what we mean when we say defund the police.
Defund the police means the opposite or something completely different.
Right.
But we still say that because that's cool.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not just idiotic messaging.
Yeah. You shouldn't just say what you want.
Right.
That would be bad.
Right.
But anyway.
So yeah, again, violent crime up in this country. I mean, we know what the real reason is because this income inequality and capitalism. But whatever the case, you never know what day could be your last. Mm-hmm. You could be shot. You could be stabbed. You could be robbed. Mm-hmm. So the only way to cherish every day and live every day like it's your last is by hitting us up in our DMs and fucking us.
Yeah. That makes I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to do.
And then
that's a very YOLO thing to do.
And then if you get shot or stabbed tomorrow, it's sad, but at the same time,
You did everything you should have done.
You lived a full life. You know, when people say that, when someone dies,
living
like,
a full
they
life
lived a full
means
life.
having sex with us.
Yeah. So even if you're like 22 and or 21.
Yeah, think of all the women that are like in their early 20s that have yet to have sex with us.
Yeah.
And like some of them may die without ever having sex with us.
God, that
just makes me sad.
just breaks my heart.
It breaks my heart so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My heart is just so, I just want to give to women so much. I just
give it
I just
to
want
these
to constantly
bitches so bad.
just give it to women over
God,
and
I would
over.
give it to them so hard.
Yeah.
You know? Knowing that that's what they need before they go.
Yeah. I'm just such a giver.
Yeah. Yeah. We're both givers
for
sure. We will give it to you from both ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My love language is giving it to you. And I know that's not one of them, but I just made one up.
Yeah, that's good. And
your love language is receiving gifts, and that gift is my penis.
Nice.
And I will give you that gift.
Over and over and over again.
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, it is the holiday time of year after all.
Yeah.
It is the season of giving. And let me give you some gifts via my penis.
Yeah. Yeah. We love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So hit us up in our DMs to do that and to heal from this Idaho murder going on. There's a couple other things.
I wanted to cover we got the poetry corner.
Poetry corner, yeah.
Poetry corner and some advice here.
Yeah, and I just want a quick last shout out to happy birthday Bob Barker, 99 years old. I grew up watching him on The Price is Right.
The goat of The Price is Right.
Yeah.
I used to watch clips of him, like, outtakes and not outtakes, but like crazy contestants or whatever, like some dude cheating and shit.
And him calling them out.
Just getting pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was so pissed at this one guy. There was like one game where you like flip over these cards to like win a car.
Oh, I think I saw
And then
that.
Bob was like, come on, go.
Right.
You know, he's like taking forever and he's just trying to be his, old smiley self. And,
yeah.
And then he's like, make a decision. And then the guy like looks and then like sees it and then makes the right guess after he like sees it.
Right.
And then he like wins. And then Bob like sits down on the stairs and he's like,
yeah.
You like see him like mouthing, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He is a legend and he has inspired us, the way he had his like those showgirls, right? On the show wearing like hardly anything.
Yeah.
And like revealing the prizes and opening up the curtains and stuff.
Yeah, that's necessary. You need a woman wearing almost nothing to show that you might win a refrigerator.
Yes.
That's really important.
And so he had really inspired us to hire our own showgirls to work for the TooWokeBoys. So,
and this is, just to be clear, this is an internship.
Yeah,
this is
there's no pay.
Internship. That's right.
I mean, there will be cash prizes.
There will be pay, but
it will be to us.
Yeah, and there will be pay in the form of sexual favors.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you must consent to.
Well,
you sign an agreement to work in this environment, and part of the environment is it's a sexual education show as well. Yeah, sure. And that's part of the thing that we do here.
Right. But you don't have to do anything you don't want to.
Sure, but if you work here, you wanted it.
Right.
So
if that sounds good to you,
then
if it doesn't sound good to you, then don't hit us up. But
and you might get to meet Britney Spears.
Yeah.
She might be in the room that you're staying in.
Right.
You guys can partner up in there.
Right. We'll get you Jack in the Box and tell you that
you
everything
can
is
share
going to be
the
okay.
Jack in the Box with Britney.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't eat that much anyway.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, such a versatile menu. You can get burgers.
Yeah.
You can get tacos. You can get
like waffles or some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
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 They just have it all there.
Yeah. And that's, you get whatever's in the bag that we throw in there.
Right.
Yeah. And don't talk too much to Britney. She's kind of weird right now.
Right.
She's going through some stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, so let's see. So we had some advice here from Big All here. He had some urgent advice, in a haiku here. He goes, boys, plus size and body positive queens need your help. Please put your big male brains together and find some solutions. This is in the Reddit thread r/plus size. Okay.
Love it.
And it says, how the hell can plus size girls use emergency contraception if there's a weight limit? Okay. So here's the thread. It's come to my attention that there is a weight limit on Plan B, and just from researching it, it's making me furious that there isn't a better solution. Like, all of the solutions out there either include taking Ella, which is hard if you can't get a prescription right away, and even then, the effectiveness decreases after 195 pounds. Or get an IUD, which is painful and invasive, and, of course, abortion, which can be the most painful and invasive out of all of them. I am so livid on behalf of all fat girls. Why isn't there a better solution?
Wow.
So what is the solution for these women who need these
contraception?
These plus size women.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing too about women that are plus size. Sometimes they don't even know they're pregnant. Remember that show? There was like a show that was like, I didn't even know I was pregnant. It was like fat ladies that like would like think they have to shit and it's like a baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous show.
So
they're like, I didn't know I was gonna have a baby. I thought I had to shit, and then they fucking deliver a baby on a toilet.
Right.
Crazy.
So yeah. So I think a solution for this is there is discrimination within the birth control industry.
And it's not that the medical device is for a normal human being, which is, because if they made it for someone that weighs 300 pounds, it might kill someone that weighs a normal weight.
Right. It's not that.
No.
And it's not just that they made it they just made it the best they could.
Yeah. The dosage
for the most amount of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that. It's because they're fat phobic. And so we have to work with what we got here. And so if you are a plus size queen who hooks up with us and gets pregnant, first of all, you're not telling anyone about it.
Yeah, first of all, keep your fucking mouth shut.
Yeah, because we don't kiss and tell.
Yeah.
Unless the girl's
If
really
your mouth's open, it better be to put a fucking another burger in it, right?
Yeah.
It's not to tell everybody that you had sex with us.
Right, right. So, first of all, this stays between us. But second of all, we can't risk getting you pregnant.
No. Because
I mean, there's one is people finding out we hooked up in the first place, which is bad.
Yeah.
And then two, people finding out that we knocked you up. That's even worse.
That's even worse. And we will deny even knowing you as much as possible, and we will take it all the way to the Maury Povich show.
Yes.
Like, we'll be like, I don't even know that bitch. And they'll be like, you're on the Maury Povich show.
And they'll be like, when it comes to the case of 2-month-old Jonathan and Chris, you are the father.
I'll be like, I don't know that bitch.
Right.
I don't know her at all.
They're like, we have a DNA test.
I'm still going to celebrate like I did when.
Right. And just
I'll be
totally
like,
confused.
I told you, bitch. You don't even know. We didn't even fuck.
Right.
I don't know this bitch at all. I don't fuck fatties.
Right.
And I'm like jumping around, high-fiving everybody, and they're like, it said you're the father or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, whatever. It's not my truth.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what we need to do to avoid this situation from happening. We need to just pull out, and then when we bust, we need to just do it on you instead of in you.
Yeah, that's kind of the policy anyway.
Right.
That's the safety policy.
Right.
Yeah. There's no busting inside.
Right. Yeah. Also, we can't use condoms because we might not be able to know if it's in or
bad
not.
for the environment.
It's bad for the environment.
Yeah.
And in that case, we might not know if it's in the right place.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're not even having sex. Like,
Oh, true. Yeah. If
we've said this before.
Right.
If you're wearing a condom,
It's
you're
not
not
sex.
having sex.
Right.
It's not sex because you're not touching each other's genitals.
Right.
Right. So you don't even need to tell anybody, that you did it. you
Right.
know? So it's just you were just like hanging out. Like it's kind of like dancing, really. You were just kind of bumping your hips and her ass together, like not really. It's really
And it will be that way.
Yeah.
It will be that position, to be totally clear in that situation.
Yeah.
Remember, we were talking about being behind you?
Uh-huh.
We mean that very literally.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, spiritually also, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Shit ever.
But you will be facing that way, and so will we.
And yeah, however much more you weigh, the more you're going to be facing that way.
Right.
Yeah.
Just for
safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So Big All also had a plus size haiku for us.
Okay.
Okay. So let's do the haiku poetry corner music here. Okay. So welcome to Poetry Corner. Thank you for the submission, Big All. Okay, for the advice. We love giving advice. Send us advice to TooWokeBoys@gmail.com. All right. So now in Poetry Corner, a plus size haiku from Big All. KFC cream pie takes the elevator up, but the staircase down.
Wow.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a solid poem, Big All. We love that. Let's see. Got a submission from Luke S. here. Luke S. sends in a poem, untitled. Okay. All men are garbage. The only exception me. I am a nice guy.
I like that poem, but I hope that was that supposed to be like written from the perspective of me?
Yeah,
because if someone else is saying that's uncalled for.
They're kind
that's
of
too
saying,
far.
yeah, they're kind of taking.
They're saying it from my voice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to make clear, thank you to whoever submitted that poem. It's a
Luke
beautiful
S.
poem. Thank you, Luke S. But that's my poem now. I own it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever say that you're the only nice guy out there. I'm the only nice guy. I am so fucking nice. No one is as nice as me, especially not you, motherfucker. Let me show you how fucking nice I am. I will show you. I will fucking show you.
How dare you?
Okay. So don't test me. If you want to see my niceness. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
Back into the poetry corner. Okay. So we have two haikus from Neil. So from Neil Herseg, or whatever his name is, I'm not sure. Neil, thank you for the poetry submission. Two more haikus from Neil. Okay, this one. Alec Baldwin kills, but he gets a pass because Trump is pure evil.
Very true.
That's a good one. Okay.
Very true.
Okay, here's another one from Neil also. Aliens are real. Sexy reptilian chicks. They have big tits too.
Interesting.
It's a pretty good poem there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. We love that. We should probably wrap up here. Yeah. Follow the boys. Follow Malcolm Kellner here. Anything you want to plug?
No, just, not really. Just, the usual, hit me up in my DMs if you're a hot woman who wants to discuss any of these issues we talked about today.
Mm-hmm.
And follow Ally of the Show, Malcolm Kellner on Instagram.
Hell yeah. Also follow Ally of the Show, Jeff Zinasek on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And also go to jeffzinasek.com for comedy dates coming up. Also, follow the boys, TooWokeBoys, on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment on our page and all that. We try to respond to the comments. And send us emails, TooWokeBoys@gmail.com. And give us 5-star reviews. We're close to 100 reviews. and we're climbing on the other one there, Spotify. So that's good as well. So keep it coming, guys. Keep growing the show. The numbers have been going up, so we appreciate you guys. And keep those poetry submissions coming in and advice. You know, we love helping you guys, so that's great. Yeah, and share the show with your friends. Let people know about us, you know, and spread the word of our brilliance.
Yes, far and wide.
Yeah.
Especially if you have any hot female friends.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah.
We kind of have enough. We've kind of like maxed out.
We got
on
enough dudes in here, so bring some
listeners.
Bring some chicks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
we're at
gotta
the point of the
improve the
party.
ratio.
Yeah, we're at the point of the party where if like dudes show up, we're like,
It's like you're not getting in unless you
coming
have
in.
5 girls with you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Come back with chicks.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. That being said, thanks for listening to episode 124 of the Two Woke Boys. I am Chris.
I'm Cole.
And together we are two
Woke Boys.
Can